Hi there, welcome to my channel. My name's Eric. In today's video, I'll be showing you from start to finish how you can automate your report with a click of a button. All right, let's go see how it works. All right, so the first thing we're going to do is to import data into our workbook. As we all know, our data always comes from different reports that we have to compile together. This is no exception. So I'll be going through and showing you how to grab files from a different source. First, we'll start off with a new subroutine. I like to call it file. I like to name my subroutines what it's about and what it's doing so I don't get confused. Next, I'm going to declare a few variables. First one will be dim file as string. Then I'm going to declare a source workbook as a workbook and destination workbook as a workbook. Next, I'm going to declare source as a range and also dest as a range. Oops. And also dest as a range. Next, I'm going to set the dest workbook equals this workbook. Then I'm going to tell Excel what file is. So it's going to be application.get open file name. Then we're going to open up the parentheses, file filter, semicolon equals, inside double quotes will be Excel files. Then inside parentheses, we're going to have the asterisk .xls, comma, asterisk again, .xls, and then we're going to asterisk, close off the double quotes, and we're going to do comma, then we're going to do title. Inside double quotes would be select your file. You can call it whatever you like. This just tells your user that you need to select a file. Next, we're going to do if file equals false, then exit sub. We're going to set source workbook equals workbooks dot open, and then we're going to open file. Then we're going to set the source equals source workbook dot worksheets. Call it sheet 1 dot range, and we're going to grab the entire range using current region. Then we're going to set the destination range equals dest workbook dot worksheets. We're going to call this will be the name of the worksheet that we want to copy to. It's going to be copy report dot range A1. All right. Then we're going to activate the destination workbook. Then we're going to say the destination range dot resize source dot rows dot count, comma. Then we're going to do source dot columns dot count, close your parentheses, dot value equals source dot value. All right, so when we run this, it's going to ask us to pick a file, and then it's going to copy that and paste it into copied report. So let's go ahead and run this. Select our data. I copied all the data from the external report. Now you can do this from if you have multiple reports that you want to bring in here. You just have to create a new sheet and then have a new sub to grab that file. Okay, so next we're going to do a formula to copy the data back onto the data worksheet. So you notice the names here aren't exactly in the same order as name that we copied from the report. So we're going to use a lookup formula to grab the data and put it back into our data sheet. So we're going to start with a new sub and call this formula. Then we're going to declare a few things. Dim last row as long, and then dim data as worksheet. Then we're going to set data equals this workbook dot worksheets, and then data. Now we're going to do with data. I'm just going to put end with. I like to do that just in case I forget. Then we're going to do last row equals data dot cells, open bracket, rows dot count, comma 1 dot end, inside parentheses, XL up dot row. So what this means is last row is going to be referring to the data sheet, and then we're going to count the rows in column A from the bottom up. So that means we're going to start at the bottom, and then the first cell that has data returned, that'll be the last row. Next, we're going to do range inside parentheses and double quotes. We're going to do E1 dot value equals, and then inside double quotes would be OT for overtime. Then do dot range E2 to E, ampersand last row, comma dot formula. Oops, dot formula. And the formula would be equals VLOOKUP inside parentheses A2, comma, I'm going to do inside single quotes the name of the sheet, copied report, and then the columns A to C. Column reference is B, so that's number 2. We're going to do an exact match, so we're going to do 0, close off your parentheses and your double quotes. So what this means is we're going to start at range E2 and the entire column, but only up until the last row, and then we're going to put this formula in. So we're going to do the same thing with F, so I'm going to copy that, change this to F, we're going to change this to PTS for points, and then update the range here, F2 to F, and we're going to update this one to column C, which is 3. All right, so let's run this and see how it works. All right, as you can see, it ran. Let's double check, make sure the values are correct. So for Colorado, they have 8 overtime and 92 points. So let's go and check on the report. Colorado would be 8 and 92. That's good. Let's check Vegas, 8 and 86. Vegas, 8 and 86. All right. All right. Now that we got our data copied, we're going to add some formatting. So we'll go ahead and copy this and reuse it. We can call this C formatting. Next, we're going to get rid of this. We don't need this. We can actually cut this out, paste it up here. Next, we're going to do with data dot range. And the range would be A2 to F and last row. All right, we're going to do format conditions dot delete. So this will make sure that we delete all the previous format conditions. Next, we're going to do dot add, and then type would be Excel expression, comma, we're going to do formula 1, and the formula would be anything that has any teams that have greater than 70 games played. We're going to do that. So equals B2 greater than or equal to 70. Close off your double quotes and your bracket. No bracket there. Then we're going to do format conditions inside parentheses, v1, and then interior, interior dot color equals RGB. Inside parentheses, we're going to 255, comma 199, comma 206. You can use any color you like. I just like to use this color. Then we're going to add another color and do font dot color equals RGB. And again, you can use any color you like. 156, 06, 06. All right, then we're going to add one more. We're going to do data dot range A2 to F and last row dot borders. We're going to add some borders here. Dot line style equals XL continuous. All right, so let's run this and see it in action. There you go. As you can see, all the cells here are formatted correctly. Any teams with greater than 70 games played. And then we have our borders here. All right, so once you have all this, we're going to create a new sub here. Call this main. Then we're going to call get file. Then we're going to call formula. And then we're going to call C formatting. So now when we run this, it's going to call all these individual files and have it automated for us. All right, so next, let's insert a shape here for button control. Right click, add text, compile. Let's make this a little nicer, make this bigger. Right click, and we're going to assign macro. We're going to assign it to the main. All right, so let's clear off these conditional formatting. And let's remove the borders just to make sure it works. We're going to delete this as well. All right, so when we hit this, it's going to ask us for the file. And then there you have it. Our report is compiled. All right, thank you for watching. Hope this was useful for you. Hey, thank you for watching. If you liked the video, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to my channel for more videos. Also leave a comment down below for any topics or suggestions that you want me to cover. See you in the next video.